and welcome back to the depraved den of Silvertail, teller of silvery tales, the dragon whose little tail is only outmatched by the silverness of his tongue. Quicksilver, that is, and is as in it is always running and probably toxic. Anyway, here we are back in Bouyancy, exactly where we left off, and we have this big galley being built. I see they've delivered all the stuff, which is nice, and I have no idea what is next. I mean, a baby, welcome to the sweatshop. Resources, more resources, and more resources. What do we need? Ooh, a destroyed ship. Driftwood, we don't need more driftwood. What are you? Scrap metal. Well, we are refining that into regular metal, so I guess we'll go over there. I feel like I should keep moving, because one thing which I've noticed is this thing, the pollution meter. Cloud of pollution in your city is on. Production, buildings, great pollution. Pollution affects your gathering speed. Yeah. So basically I gather that, especially now that I've got this smeltery do, that my pollution is going to be going up, and so it seems like it's a good idea to keep moving. One thing which I think would be really interesting if they eventually did was, because at the moment it's interesting because you've got all these resources bobbing around. Should have gone that way. Actually, same resource. Let's go over there. We might hit this lot. Because I want more people. Because our food is doing okay. Oh, one thing, what I thought might be interesting would be if they ever considered. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm completely distracted for some reason. Who knows why? Thinking about what I want to do next. It'd be interesting if they made it a bit more areas. Oh, what on earth is that? What is that? I have no idea. I mean, it looks like another city, I guess. What would have been interesting is that if they had areas such as help. Sure, let's get more people because I like people. What is that thing? Okay, it would need to be our scavengers, so let's move over here. Oh, good grief. All this time trying to get out the one single point. I'm hopeless at this. What would be interesting would be if they made it that some areas had lots of pollution but more resources, like where a city had been beneath the water, and so naturally the city would have more resources floating up to the surface. Oh, what the was that, Ethan? Well, yeah, like where cities had been, and then there's lots of resources there, however, lots of pollution welling up as well. The more I think about it, the more I realize that, like this... Oh, I can't see it when they're not moving. The weight and the speed and all those things about this little game are going to become very important. Because, like, you remember the storm we had last episode? I feel like we only just avoided that thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we had a lot more leeway than I thought we did. But it looked to me like we only just avoided it. I want to see what this is. It looks like a storeroom and then stuff. There's nothing over it though. So let's just get a little closer, I guess. It might give us a prompt when we get near it. I mean, it looks like another town. That's fine, and that's not. I wish I could slow us down. What is this? City interaction. Oh, so it has. Simple city relying on fishing trade and building resources. Recruit them, invade, leave. Let's see what they have. They want plastic. I don't think I need plastic, but I'm not really willing to trade away my limited resource of it. I don't really need anything they have, so let's just not bother trading. We don't really need to do anything with them. But yeah, it's another city. That's fun. Oh, leave. We could have tried to recruit some of them, but we've got 32 people. I want to see how my food holds before I start going crazy. Ooh, kelp and fish. But yeah, I ramble. I think I pretty much, that's pretty much the only thing that I actually do ramble. You know, the old, oh, well that works. The old Quicksilver tongue. I'm gonna need more storehouses. But anyway, what I wanted to do before I tried to talk and then made a complete fool out of myself was to try and build more stuff. We've got the galley, which should make food better, I think. Unlimited storage, it says. But I assume that's like a food. So I assume they're gonna like move all of the food in there. I hope. Because most of, well, a lot of our storage is taken up with food. Right. I want to build more stuff. Because my strategy when I'm in a game like this is always the same. Always, always, always. Build everything. This is what I want. Because that recycles the junk we've got storing up. I guess since it uses stuff and then puts stuff back out, it's best to have it near storage, but it's near our main storage over here, so we'll just slap our recycle. Give that a bit more room. Boom, down you go. I think one should be fine. I don't want to throw too many people at this. Yeah, metal, that's great. What else do I want to build? No, not more harpooners. A deep diver could be interesting, but we need plastic, which the recycler should get. So that'll be fine. Evaporator for fresh water. Don't really need that yet. We also need plastic. Greenhouse. That would be great if we had dirt, but this can get dirt. See what I'm saying? That needs grain. I could build it, but there's no point when we don't have grain. A bakery, again, no point without the right things. Find crude oil or blubber into gasoline. Okay. It's flammable, so don't put it near a fire starter. And a motor. A motor would let us move faster, I believe. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Thrust, constant supply of gasoline while running. So while it's not running, it should be fine. Okay, let me see. They gather kelp, but they gather fish, so we just move here. Get the fish and then the kelp. I'm yearning. That'll do. We've got our little fishing arm perched over it. I like this arm idea. I do. It's probably a terrible idea, but I like it. Motor. Flammable. Evaporate. I feel like maybe it's a good idea to keep the... Should I keep the flammable stuff far away from the middle, so that if it catches fire, it can't spread to the center, which I assume would end the game. Like if the town hall is destroyed, or town center, then the whole raft just collapses around it, because I can't build another one of those. No, stop. I assume. But the center is also where people can get to, so if we need to put out fires, that might work. Oh yeah, I also should build these guys, which maybe should be near the middle so they can defend from the inside out. Yeah, defend the core. Actually, that's probably a good idea. I've got people, so let's get some guardhouses and a ranger barracks right in here. Beautiful. Beautiful. I should have just built... Oh well. Live and don't learn. Right. I would like a deep diver, which I think I can build now? Yes. Why the sharks? Why are all these people diving headfirst into shark mouths? Oh, wait. Wait. No, don't build this. Don't build this. I've got a better idea. We build them here and here, because I was just thinking that this was wasted space, and I can put a new bridge in here so I can extend my raft this way. Maybe I'll loop bridges around this thing to like expand my raft city place thing. Because maybe I'll put the flammables over here. This place can set things on fire. If I had the flammables here, then there's a good distance between us and them, but they're also close enough to the center that I'll feel reasonably comfortable. Because we hear about pirates, and they might set things on fire, or if a storm sets something on fire. I don't want it too close, but I don't want it too far, so this is where we'll build the flammable stuff. So I'm thinking a refinery would be nice to make gasoline from any blubber we have, or any crude oil that the new deep diver makes. And at the same time, we could then just put the motor right next to it, so then the gasoline can move straight in there. That could work, yes. We've got the metal, so I just need the refinery. I think I want the motor like here, and the refinery next. Now the refinery might as well be nearer to us, because that's where they need to take things, I think. We're not gaining any resources here, are we? So where can we go? It was nice encountering this city. That was a new one. Yeah, driftwood. I love driftwood. Don't know if we need driftwood. I suppose I should also build another storehouse. Maybe I should put that over here, actually. They're not... Are they flammable? No. Oh, they need a lot of metal, too. But that's fine. I have metal. Okay, we'll build another storehouse over... I'd kind of like it to be like here, or in this sort of area. I could build it there, and that's off of this thing. That might not be a good idea. Oh, here. I didn't have any plans for here. Build a storehouse right there. And then if someone tries to raid it, the defenders will be right there. Guards, rangers, great. 13 people with specialized tasks, 8 per that, so we've got 11 people doing random tasks. That's alright, I think. Okay. And I can build a refinery. Do I want something flammable near the storehouse? Probably not. We'll build you over here anyway. And a motor right next to you. So we can move even faster. Because as this place gets bigger, I think keeping us fast is going to be pretty difficult. Well, that's what I think. That is what I think. You know, actually, our wood is going down. Maybe we should go over to the wood place I saw. Tell you what, we'll move once we've got a new motor. Oh, right, the refinery. Oh, that's not even built yet anyway. Okay, we'll just sit here. I see no point taking people out of deliveries when we need deliveries. It's a shame that this area is so dark. I suppose I could have put bridges around it. It's too late now. Medicine hut. So use plastic and seaweed. I suppose if we've got fish, and plenty of fish, then we might not need seaweed. Sickness. I haven't faced sickness yet, but we could end up facing sickness. It's interesting. I don't know how much some of these effects have been implemented as part of the thing, or whether they're just intended. Anyway, I feel better that we've got some defense. That's nice. I don't know if that's enough, but then there's all these things. Harpoon tower. Junk cannon. Oh, that uses dirt. Oh. See, I thought that I would use, you know, junk. And why wouldn't it use junk? Water cannon. So, I guess basically, depending what you have, you can use different weaponry. Okay, so this will then start making gasoline, which can power the motor, which will let us move faster, in theory. So, we've got lots of storage, lots of everything. Things are going well on our little bobbing boat. Much to my surprise, I don't mind admitting. Oh, we're finally getting dirt. Currency. See, I like that. I really like that. That's cool. The idea that dirt is currency. Because I mean, in a world like this where you're just floating around in a raft, why wouldn't dirt be a hard commodity kept to come by? It makes sense in this weird way. You know what this game reminds me of? The thing that I just cannot get away of being reminded of is, what is it called? It was like infernal machines or infernal contraptions. A description would work better than a name for this one. Very iconic. I think they made a movie of it. It involves cities on wheels in a weird and wonderful future where I'm not sure, I can't remember why, whether it was just because of lack of resources or invasions or both. They decided that the solution was to put their city on wheels and drive it away. Not quite as crazy as it sounds. I think they just basically turned the city into a giant vehicle with several tiers upon which were very iconic buildings. I think it's centered around London. Because for some reason these things, the most interesting or steampunky or not just a flat-out apocalypse or just not a flat-out apocalypse, things. They always... Oh, that's generating pollution. Let's move them. Motors and fuel. Great. That works. Oh, but now we have to keep moving because of the pollution we're generating. Damn. But yeah, so I was just complaining. Well, maybe not complaining, but all of the more interesting horror futures seem to center around Britain. If it's just a flat-out apocalypse, everyone is dead because of insert enemy here: zombies, aliens, nuclear waste, you name it. That'll be set in America. But anyway, it was an interesting, weird little kind of dystopian future where all the cities had been repurposed into vehicles. And they rode their cities around. That's why it reminds me of this, because you've got your city in motion, I guess. Moving it around. And there, one city, like ours, would run into a smaller city, like this one, and devour it. Not literally, but, they would catch up to it, disable it, and basically scrap it for parts to keep their city rolling around, which was intriguing. I think eventually by the second or third book it lost me because it had this robot or android or cyborg something. It definitely had a something that was reacting with the main character, and they maybe knew each other, or maybe we're doing this, or maybe we're doing that. It lost me. It lost me. I didn't quite understand that bit, but it was an intriguing concept. It was one of the real sort of, wow, that's interesting moments of my youth. And this really reminds me of it, because I sort of feel like that's what it's going for in a way. Because like you run into these little survivor rafts, or that city over there, and what do we do? Are we peaceful? Do we try and scrap their home for parts, or what do we do with them? But yeah, to me this is really interesting. I don't know if there are lots of other games like this, or lots of other artistic expressions that end up with this sort of idea, but I really like that it's resource-based and all that, and I like resource-based build your colony, build your city things. But this one is, it breaks the mold over just the one thing that makes it unique. That you're mobile. And that's so unique. It is. You are mobile. Normally, that's the one thing that you are not. You build a colony, you pick your location based on the resources that are around it, and well, you're building to your resources. You have to make ways of people reaching the resources. You need to worry about where your resources will come from next when you when you use up all the ones that you have, which is interesting and fine. But then this turns it on its head a little bit because it's got it the other way around. The resources are out there for you to just find and grab. You keep floating around looking for more. Ooh. That was a new underwater peak. For dirt! Yes. Yes. I found one of them in my last attempted playthrough. The one that didn't work, and so you've never seen, and so I should really start talking about it. That one. I found an underwater peak, and I was just about to, in the next episode, build a greenhouse and try and go that way towards getting better food instead of the savage whale killing way that we seem to have chosen here. To be fair, no whales have been harmed in this episode, and probably won't be, I think. I hope. Maybe. I can hope. This is kind of fun. This is like, well, I've said this game is like Raft, haven't I? The little game Raft. Such a cute game. But it's like, this is a raft in Raft. And then we are, I guess, almost what they were looking for in Raft. Who knows, maybe Raft was eventually going to turn into this. It's not made by the same people, is it? I assume not. I suppose I could one day do something unlike the niceness which I like to be. What? They were banished because of sickness. Well, they haven't been banished. They're sitting on our raft, but they're sick. Damn, sickness. I just said I haven't had to deal with sickness. Let's build a doctor's place, and let's build it now. You want flammable, are you? I don't think so. We'll build a doctor over here, just on this little far reach. I probably shouldn't have done that, because I want this to go out, but never mind. I can always destroy it and rebuild it or whatever. Build that now. We need medicine. Sickness. Oh. Unless they were banished and they just happened to make my people sick in passing, but there are 4 of them. Damn, build, build, build. But I also want to get to the underwater peak so badly. Maybe the motor can carry us without us having to have too many rowers. This is going to slow that down. I wonder, are they going to die from being sick? I mean, that does happen when people are sick, but at the moment they just seem to be moving slower. So maybe that's all it's going to do to them. Oh no, there's 5 sick people now. Oh, this would be a really, really sad way for us to go. Here's a thought that'd be nice. If they eventually make it that you can move your city with a focal point on a single building. Because I'm going over here, and I want my deep diver over the underwater peak, because that's the one that can gather dirt. Which is great. I'm happy with that. But at the moment, I'm just sort of eyeballing where I need to go to actually get it above them. Okay, this is almost built, and then they can make medicine. I assume. Have I even paid attention? Is there a medicine? No. There is not medicine on the little list. I don't think. No, that's water. Medicine has been built. Okay. If they deliver the resources to the medicine hut, speed up again. Welcome, new villager, to... I have 39 people now. I had 42. Did I miss deaths in the sudden speed up? That'd be so sad. I mean, the sickness is spreading. Oh, good grief, that's a corpse. A sick, diseased corpse. Is that a doctor? Please tell me that's a doctor. And that's another dead, diseased corpse, and so is that. Oh, good grief. Medicine! Please. I don't want to have to start again. Okay, we're almost out there. Stop, everyone focus on healing the sick. Please. Ugh. So that looks to me like doctors are going around. Or maybe they're just... Oh man, my population is diving. Oh man, the sickness is so bad. We lost another one. Doctor out. Medicine count. Okay, so the medicine is stored in here. So the doctor is out, healing people, and there's medicine in here. So I assume we'll survive this sickness because the doctor's here. Well, on that merry note, I think I'm going to call this one. Yes. Yes. While all of our people are getting sick and I've lost almost a quarter of my population to illness, that's a great point to just call it a day. So thank you so much for watching, people of the future, I say because I guarantee the majority of people who actually watch this video are watching it from years and years in the future from now. But from whatever time zone you are and whatever strange futuristic device you're watching this on, thank you for watching. Be sure to come back if you like what you see, and remember to always pack a plan D, because here there be dragons.